And hello fellow takers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today I bring you T25 Tier 7 American Tank Destroyer. As I promised you guys, I'm gonna show you road to T110E3, but we're not gonna go any lower than Tier 7. I'd like to start my sort of quick review of the tech tree at Tier 7, and we're gonna work our way towards Tier 8, Tier 9 and Tier 10. Now this is not going to be a big review, we're just gonna touch on some specs of the tank, and after that we'll show you best games at each tier, and we're gonna have quick overview of the packages and also what tanks in the tech tree you're gonna have to go through in order to get to T110E3. So without further ado, let's start. So as you can see, my loadout on this tank is 26 AP rounds, 12 APCR rounds and 2 HE rounds. As far as my equipment goes, I have gun rammer, enhanced gun laying drive and binocs. For consumables, I carry just a standard kit. As far as my crew is concerned, it's quite an experienced crew. It currently has 11 skills and perks and training 12. The most important part about the crew is the fact that it has all the view range perks and all the camo perks, as well as the muffled shot. Now I'm currently running top package on this tank, and all the games that I'm gonna show you during this showdown will be mostly top package games, but we'll go through entire line of packages along the way so that you guys can see what you have to grind through. So starting at first package or stock package, we have a 90mm gun with penetration value of 160mm. Premium pen is 243mm, which is not bad at all. Actually, with this tank you should be able to play starting with a stock package up. It shouldn't really give you any loss of performance. Now I like to free XP through all these packages to give myself a chance to get to the best gun as quickly as possible, so I don't think I played with this package or the package after that. Now second package also has a 90mm gun with a little bit higher penetration when it comes to standard shell. It goes up to 190mm from 160, as well as premium shell penetration is also higher at 268mm. Now aiming time remains the same, accuracy remains the same, so the only difference is the penetration value at this point in time. Engine power is also the same. Now as far as the top packages are concerned, there are two top packages. One is with 90mm gun, that's the same as in package number 2. Now the package that I'm currently running is T25E3 AT package. Now that package is with 105mm gun with standard penetration of 198mm, premium penetration of 245mm. Aiming time is the same, accuracy is slightly worse at 0.38, but that alpha damage is a lot higher at 320 as well. Other than that, engine horsepower is a little bit better, view range remains pretty much the same. So this is the package that I'm currently running on this tank, and the game that you're gonna see will be with this particular package. Now let's jump into the full tech tree and see what you gotta do in order to get to this tank. Now you start with T1 at Tier 1, working its way through to T3 HMC at Tier 2, followed by T56 GMC at Tier 3, going up to T40 at Tier 4, then up to Wolverine at Tier 5, Jackson at Tier 6, the tank we're talking about now, T25 AT at Tier 7, up to T28 at Tier 8, T95 at Tier 9, and T110E3 at Tier 10. Now the route that I took to T25 AT is quite unconventional. I actually went through the medium line. I went through M3 Lee at Tier 4 up to M4 at Tier 5. Then I went through M4 A3 E8 aka Easy 8 at Tier 6. Then I skipped over to Jackson in the Tank Destroyer line. And the reason I did that is because I was working the American medium line and at the same time there is an opportunity to jump the tank line, so I did after I completed my medium line. Regardless, whichever way you choose to take, I think it will work, although I would probably recommend going through medium line because you have a lot more choices going through there. Anyway guys, enough about the tank, enough about the tech tree. Let's skip to the gameplay now. And as you can see, we are on map Abbey. There is no artillery in play. We're at the bottom tier in this matchup. But with this gun and the gun stats that this tank has, it doesn't really care. It plays well at tier 8, it plays well at tier 9. It has very good penetration. The only thing to really kind of worry about is the gun accuracy. It's not the greatest, sometimes especially at long distance. Anyway, so here what we're gonna do is we're gonna get ourselves in a position where we can actually snipe. As you can see, it's an encounter mode with encounter at E7, so we're gonna put ourselves in a position B7, somewhere around there. There are some bushes there that can protect us, and we can stay undetected. Hopefully we can put a few shots into these guys that are going into the cap circle. At the same time, big contingent of our team decided to go into 1 and 2 lanes, and that's not gonna go very well, to say the least, and you'll see what happens a little bit later on. But let's concentrate on what I'm doing right now. So we're gonna stay in those bushes. We're gonna try to engage our binocs and see if we can spot anything. We haven't spotted anything. We're gonna move a little bit closer. We're gonna re-engage the binocs again, and hopefully someone will show up eventually. We see this comet, but there is no shot at him, so we're gonna stay patient here. We see this light tank, Batchat 12T. Now we put a shell into him, but at the same time we're gonna back off because we got spotted and targeted. Now I know for a fact that this guy is gonna come and rush me here, and this is the worst nightmare in this tank destroyer because it has 0 armor, it doesn't have a turret. It's really difficult to aim on fast moving targets such as light tanks in this tank. So you'll see what happens here. He gets damaged and tracked over there. But, you know, I didn't want to rush him. Like, best thing in tank destroyers, you guys want to stay at a distance and try to engage light tanks. Here, unfortunately, I shouldn't be aiming in first person, so I went to third person, and I managed to snap a shot here, and we do manage to penetrate him. As you can see, he's penetrating us at will. This tank has no armor whatsoever, like I mentioned. You will get penetrated. Right, no matter who, light tanks, medium tanks, whatever, lower tiers, you will be penetrated in this tank. So don't count on your armor. Anyway, my worst nightmare came true, but fortunately one of our light tanks decided to take on the enemy light tank, and he gets taken out. And now I can breathe again. So we can get ourselves back into the same position we were in before, and we can engage our binocs again, see if we can spot. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna get in the bush. Again, we spot this STA2, so we're gonna put a shell into him. And at this point, it's just gonna be step and repeat. We're gonna stay in this position, and we're gonna feast on this guy if he's not moving. He is not moving, so we put another shell into him. Now we gotta be wary of this light tank. If he comes any closer, he will spot us. But so far, we still have shots at this STA2. So we put another shell into him, we track him at the same time, but this time we get spotted by Ragnarok, I believe. So, very dangerous tank. We're gonna back off, and I'm gonna move to the other side of this rock here, because I think this, I see on a map that this Ragnarok is trying to come into the castle area in the middle. So, if he comes up, we're gonna put a shell into him. There he goes, but unfortunately he doesn't come up to the point that I can actually snap him. I should have probably aimed manually over there instead of auto-aiming. But as you can see, look at the score now. Our team at 1 lane got completely destroyed, annihilated, demolished. So at this point I was thinking actually to go into that direction because I thought I was gonna get YOLO'd here again. But Ragnarok, for whatever reason, went back into the cap circle. So if he did that, I'm going back into my position where I can snipe. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post up here again. Since these guys decided to cap even though they're winning, let them cap. We're gonna put some shells into these guys. So we put a shell into Ragnarok. STA2 Black still capping Mr. Uncommon. So we're gonna put a shell into Mr. Uncommon there. and very commonly try to take him out of the game. But he disappears, so we're gonna try to engage our binocs here. See if we can spot him again. Yes, we spot him again. We're gonna try to kill him here, but light tank runs into my shot and we set him on fire. So I try to switch my attention to this light tank. He's more dangerous to me right now, but he goes in front of STA2 again, backs off, and we managed to take STA2 instead of AMX 1375. Now I see this Ragnarok over here. We're gonna try to put a shell into him, but unfortunately that goes nowhere. I get spotted here, so we're gonna back off quickly, and we're gonna try to switch positions yet again in order to get unspotted. At the same time, we brought this game a little bit closer. As you can see, we're sitting at 2.8k damage, which is quite nice already, but we repositioned here to see if we can get a shot at this Ragnarok. We fully aimed the shot, and yeah, it goes nowhere. That's what this gun does sometimes. I think it's more of a gun than RNG when I think about it. Anyway, we still have a shot at him. He doesn't pay attention to us. He pays attention to the guys in the castle area, so we take him out of the game. And we tied the game, but at the same time, we got spotted. And we don't know what the hell's going on. What is this thing here? There's some tank that's trying to kill me. He's right in front of me, but I didn't know where he was. I got a little bit confused because of the map. If I had the compass, I would probably know exactly where he's coming from. But we're gonna turn around quickly. Can we take him out of the game? Yes, we can. We snap him and we take him out of the game. So all of a sudden we're winning this game. But now we have to get away. I know that there is a light tank sitting in a cap circle. He probably has shots at me. So we're gonna get away from him. Now at the same time, I realized that heavy tank must be coming from one lane somewhere. And he should be somewhere at A line at this point in time. And yes, he is. I was guessing correctly. He's right on my ass, right on my behind. So we run off at the same time. We're going to try to find ourselves a safer position where we can engage him, maybe from a little bit of a distance. Right here, there's a nice incline that I can come up here, post up, and potentially put some shells into this guy while he's trying to get closer to me. Unfortunately, the tank remaining has a lot of armor, and a lot of HP. So we have to switch to APCR rounds here to make sure we penetrate our shots, right? Last thing I want to do is throw the game. I want to make sure I penetrate shots, and I don't know how capable these guys are that are remaining currently. So I'm posted up here. I'm waiting to see what this light tank is gonna do. But at the same time, I get spotted. Now this guy will be spotting me all the time, and he will be paying attention to me like there's no tomorrow. Every time I get spotted, he pays attention to me instead of paying attention to the light tank. That I don't really understand, but still. So we're gonna stay up here. We see if light tank spots him. He does spot him, and once he turns around, I'll be able to kind of get up here, try to align the shot. But I saw him turning his turret towards me, so I didn't do anything. I had to get back down again, and our light tank just rams himself into the heavy tank. Good game, bud. Good game. He played a decent game earlier. He actually saved my ass from a light tank earlier, and saved my ass again from another light tank later on. But I don't know what he did there, honestly. Anyway, so I thought I was waiting for this heavy tank to go into our cap circle. So once he was passing, I'll be putting shells into him. That was the idea anyway. But he started paying attention to me, so I thought to myself, I need to change position. And the best position for me at this point in time would be completely behind him, correct? Now take a look at this. He was spotting me all the time. Now when I'm crossing here, he hasn't spotted me. I do not understand why. Is it because his turret wasn't facing me? Now take a look at that. I'll be poking through the bush, and he spots me. I do not understand this. Honestly, I don't. Anyway, last thing I want to do is take a shot from him, because he can easily one-shoot me. I think his alpha is over 350. Definitely is over 350. So he can easily one-shoot me. So I was thinking here to draw separation, go into different locations so I can kind of engage my binocs and spot him. But then I realized, you know what? I need to know where he is. I need to spot him for my medium tank. So my medium tank may be able to put some crossfire into him, because we're in a good situation right now. I can provide crossfire from this side. Our medium tank can provide crossfire from the other side. But here I was spotting him. I wasn't spotted. I think my cupola was sticking out on me. But look what happens here. I didn't think he had a shot at me, but he shot my gun. and he's shooting HE. Definitely shooting HE. Not sure why he's shooting HE. He shot my gun. He takes some HP off of me, but at the same time he turned around and he started running. I don't know why he did that. That decision is kind of weird to me, but regardless, I put one shell into him. We should be able to put another shell into him right there. Boom, we put another shell into him. Now we're still unspotted at this point in time, so we're gonna try to reposition so we can get more shells into him, but I think he's gonna turn his turret towards me and he spots me at the same time. So now I have to just keep running. I cannot risk anything anymore. If he shoots me down, who knows if we'll be able to win this game, right? So I get myself unspotted. I'm gonna try to creep up here again and see if we can spot him and remain unspotted. Unfortunately, he spots us. So here I thought we were dead. I thought I was dead, but he missed his shot, fortunately, and we managed to back off. So we're gonna change positions right now and see if we can approach him from a different angle. Now at the same time, I'm hoping that finally our medium tank is gonna approach him. Our medium tank that's remaining is Centurion 1. He should be able to help me here, but he was kind of stagnant throughout this whole engagement. So here I get spotted again, so I really have to remain on top of this hill, but finally our Centurion 1 grows some balls and decides to engage VK 101, and he takes him out of the game. Anyway, pretty good game for a bottom tier, to be honest, guys. Regardless of that engagement early with the light tank, which didn't go over so well, we managed to pull out pretty nice result in this game. We managed to get Mastery Ace Tanker with 17 penetrating hits, 3.8k damage, and no high caliber. I wonder why. See if you guys can guess why I have no high caliber for this game, because I really have no idea. 322 assisted damage, not a huge assisted damage, but our damage number was good enough to guarantee an ace tanker. We finished with 1798 base XP. We finished on top of the leaderboard. We fired 19 shells. We had 13 direct hits and 13 penetrations. Anyway, guys, I hope you will enjoy this series. Next up will be T28 at tier 8, followed by T95, and eventually when we get to T110E3, obviously I will show off that tank to close out this series. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for today. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit checking out.